welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 5th of May already. Can you believe it? Because I can't. 2025, and this is episode number 213, I think. Yep, I think it is 213. Anywhere you can find me on the internet is down in the description box. And anything that I mentioned today will also be down in the description box. Now, as you see, I'm standing up here in the workroom because I'm going to be honest with you, because that's the person I am. I'm having a bit of a bad time with the old paint. So rather than taking stuff down or my stuff up, because I've got it in both places, I am going to do whatever's up here, and then I'll take you downstairs and do whatever's downstairs. It'll work in the end, I'm sure. If anybody is curious about my crochet dress, which is not crochet, it's just granny squares that showed, it's Popsy as always. Yeah, as always. Glenn brought me this when it was launched. Was it January, February time? And I've worn it once and I thought, oh, you know, I'm going to get it out today. It's nice. Right then, so today we have a mixed bag. We really, really do. Right, we have a little bit of cross stitch. I've got Progress. That's one of the downstairs. I have a complete stuff, fresh start, and it was fully finished, and another one cast on. That is with the crochet. And we have some patchwork today. I know, I'm excited because I'm hoping at the weekend I'm going to be okay to get the actual blocks, because I've got 2 blocks to do on this quilt, and getting sashed and ready for, and I'll explain everything, ready for putting together. I'm so excited. So it's not my Liberty quilt, it's my Laurie Holt quilt. So, okay, I think that is everything. I think so. Yes. Right then, okay, so, oops, let's, is there anything else before we start going into things? Oh, I do have, a nice, I do, from America. I have a lovely nice, and I do have do I have a naughty? I might do. It's downstairs, we'll see. So also, because I know I had a lot of people ask, which was very, 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 very appreciated. It really, really was. And I about the home bargains yarn, and can you believe it? I went down there a few days later and they had a delivery, and they're the same die lot. So I managed to get another 2. So I have the 5, and so I have a project ready for that, which obviously will be crocheted, which will be casted on later on. I think that's, oh my gosh, I've got to tell you this quickly. I scored the biggest charity shop clothing find I've ever done. Now, I started secondhand buying. It is what it is. Obviously in the 70s, you know what I mean? I was brought for secondhand. You remember when you used to get the hand-me-downs from the neighbours next door and all that lot, from the older kids up the street? Yeah, we had all that, but we had our jumble sales, didn't we? Oh my gosh, I loved a jumble sale. Oh, I really did. That's where I bought my very first bed when I was a kid. Honestly, oh, I just loved them. And I wish they'd bring them back, really. And yeah, and well, anyway, I've been secondhand buying for donkey's years. And so it's a lot of time. And I managed to score last week, which would have been last Thursday. I managed to score the biggest clothing charity shop find I've ever had. I found a Popsy dress. It's on the line at the moment with the rainbows on it, and it's the style that goes in at the waist and out at the bottom with the rainbows all on for £7. I know, and it was in my size. I can't believe it. A Popsy dress for £7 in a charity shop. I honestly did not dream that I would ever find anything Popsy in a charity shop. I really, really didn't. But wow, I was a lucky girl. there. What I was doing is, because obviously I'm still keeping an eye on my brother, which I will say he's doing extremely well. He's absolutely amazing. Bless his heart. He's trying so hard. He's eating healthier and he's given up on the old smoking, which is a good thing too. Because he knows how I feel about that. But honestly, he is doing so well. He really is. So I'm seeing him most days still. And anyway, we I was going to see him, and I'd pick up Glenn from work, and I had a bit of time, so I thought, oh well, I'm going to go to the charity shop. I was just meant to be, weren't it? And there it was, on amongst all the clothes. And because obviously, you know, if you're like me, you know, you like your Popsy, they just stand out, don't they? And I was walking past, and I always head for the craft section first, and I thought, that's a Popsy. No, it can't be. And I nearly walked by. I really did nearly walk by. And I thought, no, I'm going to do this. So yeah, well, what else can I say? £7. What a star. So thank you, charity shop, for that. Right then, okay. So I am going to take a little video of the books that I've got my quilt blocks out. And my quilt blocks I will take downstairs, because I've got to lay them out, because I haven't got room up here for them. And I think I will do, because it's going to be a bit of a mishy-mashy one today, but I hope you're okay with that. I'll do the nice first. Now, this was a surprise, and I mean a big surprise, from the lovely Carol. Hi, sweetheart, in America. Honestly, a beautiful birthday card. And I absolutely, let's put my finger over there. So, because that's her address. But I just love the stamps and that lot. Oh, it's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's from Florida. And inside was these beautiful pieces of fabric. Obviously, they will go in one of my quilts. They really will go in one of my quilts, some way or another. But, oh, aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. So, Carol, thank you so much. Right then, so the balls of wool I've done, so I don't have to take them downstairs now. Right then, I'm just going to take you over there to do that, and then we'll go downstairs. Right then, okay, so when we get downstairs in a moment, and you're going to see the quilt blocks, they're out of these two books, which is the Farm Girl, not that one actually, it's not out of that book. Where's my other book? I was probably facing the other way. Right, which is the Farm Girl Vintage Book 2. And round here, see if I can show you. There it is. There it is. That is the Farm Girl Vintage Book 1. So there's a mixture out of the two. I don't think I've done anything out of the Christmas one. I don't think so, no. So, yeah, so this quilt that I'm going to show you in a moment, which is stored down there in my little shelves, is going to be, is out of those two books at the moment. Well, oh my goodness me, this is going to be a big quilt, because I've got to do borders on this as well. But what I'm just going to say is, a couple of weeks ago, yet again, I was lucky with the crafting of charity shop finds, and I found, same charity shop actually, and I found some bags of quilting fabric. Would you believe it? Patchwork fabric. Quilter's cotton that someone had donated. But what they've done is they've cut them all up into well, not all of them, but some of them are into 2.5-inch strips. So I thought, ideal for sashing this quilt. So if you notice, I've done beige or cream at the top and the bottom, and then different greens either side. And this is the first time I've actually ever laid it out since it's been sashed. They're the two blocks that are missing. Obviously, there's got to be a pumpkin one in there somewhere, and I don't know what else to do. I'm going to look in the book, but my goodness me, let's see if I can get back any further. That is it so far. I'll see if I can take a photograph of it as well, but I am so chuffed with this quilt. Laurie Holt's blocks are just so much fun to make, and her quilts are fun. All of this, apart from the sashing, which is obviously from somebody else's stash, is a stash buster. The only thing that was brought was the cream plain cream backing, which actually was gifted to me from a friend. She brought it for me. I've just noticed, changing the subject, right up there is one of my little eggs out of my scales on my display. So we all know who's been up there playing with them, don't we? But, wow. So all this is from scraps. Literally out of my scrap boxes. Oh, I'm just so chuffed with it. So, yeah, as I say, I reckon the pumpkin one will go there, to be honest. As I say, and then I'll find another one to go there in the books. But, oh, my gosh. I don't need any more flower ones. I've got the sunflower there. I don't know what. Obviously, I had to do the sheep. But anyway, I'll find something. I'll find something out of the books. There's plenty in them. Oh, my gosh. Right, let's go a bit further up. I'll try not to stand on it. So, but look, you see all the different greens and the beiges that I got from the charity shop. I know. I can't believe it, eh? That somebody had donated. And good old Vina was there and found them. Right place at the right time, as they say, eh? So, I did add, that one is actually out of my stash. That pumpkin one, of course. But, I had to put that somewhere, didn't I? As you know. So, but no, I like that colourway. I just had it in my head. Great way of using up the pieces of fabric that I'd brought. And yeah, so I'm going to have to take a photograph because I like this layout a lot. So I know when I put it together, this is how I'm going to lay it out. And then when it comes to I've got enough of the plain cream. So I think I'll edge it with that. That'll be my first border. And then I'm going to do some scrappy borders. And I have some more of the strips, which I'm going to do scrappy binding. So I'm going to use up those. And yeah, oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Also, which I am going to take you on the journey with as well. I was talking to Glenn about it. I have never done this before with my quilting, but I am actually going to... Hello. You don't know where to go. It's Mama's quilt. Yeah. He's saying, why has she moved my tunnel? I'm going to actually do a scrappy backing. So I'm going to get some big pieces of fabric, just sew them all together, what I've got in my stash that will match it, and make a scrappy backing. So the whole of the thing will actually come from scraps. So I'm really looking forward to this. Really, really am. Right then, let's get some photographs. That's right. Walk all over it, darling. Thank you. You good boy. Right then, I've packed away the quilt. Elmie's gone on the windowsill in the kitchen. Do you know sort of some days it's really funny. Glenn and I've never come across this before. I've had cats all my life. But some days he just want to be on his own and sleep, which is fair enough, as what a cat normally is like, isn't it? But other days he's so clingy. He's like a little bit of Velcro, and he won't leave you alone. So he's on the windowsill at the moment. But yeah, he wants love all the time. Even though he gets all the time, but he wants more today. Right then, okay, so let's get comfortable and let's show you what I've been doing. So what do you think of that quilt? I am so excited to get that now. So I'm hoping at the weekend, yeah, I will be doing the other two blocks, get them sashed and then start on it together, because I am just so excited about it. I really, really am. Right then, okay, so let's hop into the crochet. Now this actually is my friend Susan's fault. Hi Susan. She sent me a video on WhatsApp that's saying that what she'd made, and I thought, I've been looking at one of these for ages and I've never done it, but I thought, well, do you know what, I'm going to do it. Where's the... I'm sure I got the beginning pick. Ah, here it is. And it's the, I know I'm late to the game when it comes to this, but hey ho. And it's a crocheted, and I know crocheted emotional support chicken. And I thought, you know, I'm going to give it a go. So I brought over there and brought the pattern, and the pattern is by the Knitting Tree. Okay, this is the pattern. and it's the knitting tree. Okay, now honestly the pattern is brilliant, it really is, but also she has done a 3-part tutorial on YouTube. I know, you know what I mean, as well, just in case you get, you know, stuck in any way or form. Now yeah, so if you just Google or search, whatever engine you use, the crocheted emotional support chicken, and obviously it's quicker than knitting, as you can imagine, because crochet is. Now she does it in because she is American, so she does it in a worsted weight, which is equivalent of our Aran, isn't it? So, but obviously, you know, I'm doing it in a DK. Susan did hers in a DK. So just play around with your hook size. Now I know that Susan used a 3mm. She did her first one in a 3.5 and the fabric was a bit loose. So she said a 3mm, and so I did a little bit of my first one in a 3mm. I didn't like it for my tension. So I actually, because yeah, you can get a 3.25. That's like you can get a 3.75 as well in a hook size. So where is my, here it is. So, because I do have the complete set of the gold clovers. And so, yeah, look, here it is, 3.25. Now, I don't mind these, but obviously these came out before the Amurs. And the Amur is my favourite hook, I have got to say. It doesn't matter what hooks I try, I go back to these. So I thought, wonder if they do these at a 3.25. So, good old Wool Warehouse. That's all I can say to that. So yes, it is the Clover Amur, and it is a 3.25. That gave me a brilliant fabric. So here she is. My chicken. Look at her, isn't she cool? Her little what's her names. And all the, honestly, the whole of the head is all done. The beak is all done in one piece. I'll show you how far I've got on the other one in a moment. The body is 2 parts and you do them, but it's all crocheted together. It is brilliant. It is so much fun to do. Scrap buster, honestly. So this is a Home Bargains. This is what was left over of my shawl, and I've still got some, which is the Starcraft yarn, isn't it? They're Starburst, I think it's called. This is also a, oh, and this one. These two are also just scraps from Home Bargains. This and this, I think this is what was the pumpkin from, oh, it's done by Serdar. It's their bonus. That's their bonus. And this is a piece of Starcraft Special DK. So as I say, I know I've got a box of eyes. So, you know what I mean? The inside, I actually emptied this. This is completely empty now. So all that is just all snippets of my cross stitch and my knitting and my crochet. And there's a little bit on the end here, which is a normal polyester stuffing, you know, the actual toy stuffing. But all this in here is what was in there. See, so it's a good idea to keep all those. They're called orts, isn't they? I think, I don't know why, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's good to keep them. That's what my little pumpkin's there for. And I've got a few, oh, I even used them all in there and all. So so yeah, that's what that's stuffed with. Now she hasn't a name, so I think we should name her, don't you? So yeah, I think she's so much fun. She really is. Little Elmy, I put her on the table and little Elmy went up to her and gave her a sniff and then walked off. So, but yeah, honestly, so much fun. Okay then, so then I finished her at tea time. That evening I cast on another. And I thought, I said to Glenn, I said, you know where I'm going, so bear with me while I explain this. He said, go on then. Now, as you know, my lovely friend, well, our lovely friend Mark, bless him, he's the artist behind all these. I can't show you them. Here you go. He is an amazing tattoo artist, and he's a brilliant guy. I've said this so many times, and as you know, he is Union Jack. He's so patriotic. He loved our Queen so much, like most of us. And yeah, so red, white and blue I have done in blankets, I've done him a hat, scarf, I've knitted him socks. Oh my gosh. What else? Oh, I've done him cushion and a crocheted blanket, all in red, white and blue, 2 cushions. Anyway, you know what I mean? And bless his heart, he's waiting on an appointment date because he has got to go in hospital to have an operation. And I said to Glenn, because he's actually up in the workroom, he's got a bag, which is the large Wool Warehouse bag, just full of his red, white and blue yarn. I know. He's got his own section in the workroom. And I said, what do you think of this? I said, and then the next time we see him, I'll say, this is for when you go in hospital, you know. Anyway, what an amazing idea. So, I actually, last night, I started the neck. Isn't it going to look good? So, obviously, it's going to be red, white, blue. And so I'm done. This is the neck. And then I'll do up and do the head. And then I do the bottoms under there after you've, you know. But the actual crown and the beak, I will do the same again. And yeah, so what I'll do is when it's finished, I will obviously take some photographs and that, just in case I happen to pop over to that way. So, but yeah, he's going to have a red, white and blue emotional support chicken that he hasn't got a clue about. So, an absolute clue about. So yeah, that's going to be good fun, isn't it? So yeah, just to recap, the pattern is absolutely amazing. It wasn't expensive compared to some patterns out there. And as I say, it's, I put it off as 8 pages. I think it's 8. Yeah, there might have been another cover one, but I don't know. But anyway, I put it off 8 pages. As I say, and then there's 3 videos. I know, 3 videos on YouTube that actually, you know, goes with the pattern. It's brilliant, absolutely worth every penny. So it's actually by Brenda Maben and Annette Corsino. But it's actually the knitting tree, okay? So, yeah, honestly, it's brilliant. It is so much fun to do. And yeah, so that is the pattern, okay? Yeah, there's nothing on there. No, that bit there. So yeah, honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. Well worth it. And it's so much fun. It really is. Okay then, so she was a start and a finish, just not expected, but she was. And then, as I said, I got this book, didn't I? Which is the Modern Granny Stitch Crochet, which I absolutely love this book so much. I did get the yarn for this one, which is upstairs, which I ain't going to show you this time because, you know, I ain't even started it or even thinking about it. So, but I am actually making the ripple top, which is that one, from Cotton DK yarn from Stash, basically. But I've actually read into this book, and I will say this book is actually by Iron Lamb. You know, we you know, the crochet, the Granny Go Round cardigan is one of hers that I've done off of her Ravelry. Yeah, so it's, yeah, Claudia Powley, but she actually is Iron Lamb. I'm sure that's what I read. I'm sure that was this one. So, well, it's got a bit here about the author. Yeah, here she is. Yeah, she lives in Cornwall, and yep, design purchased Iron Lamb. It is Iron Lamb, yeah. So, you know what I mean? It is a brilliant book. It really is. I'm going to make so much out of this. It's unbelievable. It really, really is. Now, if you actually look at, you know, like patterns, as I say, about £5–6 each. Now, this book cost me, was it £12, I think, postage free off of eBay, but it was a company off of eBay. And there's, oh, I haven't looked. There's loads of patterns. So you get your money's worth, put it that way. You get your money's worth out of here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 garments alone. Do you know what I mean? And that's without the accessories and everything else. So, you know what I mean? Well worth it, the book. It really is. Anyway, it's enough of the book. So, oh no, sorry, this isn't a DK. This is a 4-ply. So, this is how far I've got. So, I have added some on, and that's the V, like that. And now I've got to go up. I'm a bit concerned if the V's a bit low, because I'm a bit funny with things like that, but I'll work it out. I'll put a bit of lace behind it or something. So, and now I'm working up the first shoulder like that. But yeah, as I say, I'm just doing it in the DK. No, I'm not. I keep saying that. I'm not. I'm doing it in 4-ply, which is what it says in the book. It is a fun pattern. Have I got my hook? So am I hooking here? Oh, here it is. It's down. Yeah, this is done on a 3.5. This one is. So yeah, highly recommend that. So I think that is the crochet. Let's put that away. Not there. That's got to go away. That's the crochet, because obviously I've got into doing chickens. What more can I say? Elmo. Good boy. Dad will tell you off. Just trying to get up. On the unit, he's not allowed. Are you? No. Right then, okay. So now we will go into the cross stitch. So as you know, I am doing... Actually, that'd be another good block, wouldn't it, to do? Because that was out of them books. But I don't know if I want flowers again. Anyway, I am doing the Flea Market Flowers by, yet again, Laurie Holt. And I'm so chuffed with this. I really am. I think it's beautiful the way it's turning out. I've done the whole of that down there. So now I've got to go down there and then do that section, and then it's finished. I am using called for DMC colours, which is what she's got says in the pattern. My piece of Ada was from a charity shop, and I think it's either a 16 or an 18 count, because obviously the person who donated it never said. So yeah, oh, so enjoying that. I really am enjoying it. Right then, so is that everything? I thought I had something else. Perhaps I haven't. Oh, I could have sworn I had something else. I haven't done any more on my socks. But it's really nice to know that a lot of you have gone over to West Yorkshire Spinners and printed off the free patterns. They're amazing, aren't they? Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, well, I could have sworn there was something else. You watch, I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to go, ah! Ain't I? I know I am. I haven't brought anything else over. No. Oh, well. What can I say about that, eh? What can I say about that? Oh, well, that looks like it then. Well, I suppose I did spend a lot of night, a whole day nearly on my quilt. I did do that. So, yes. Yeah. I'm busy with my baking. I am busy doing the baking. So I'm still doing the vanilla sourdough cake, which you use your discard with. So if you want the recipe, just honestly, just Google sourdough vanilla cake. It is amazing. It really is. Also, for the cookies, I will say I tried something different. And rather than, because what they do is that they coat, after you do the little bally things, you roll them in sugar. Now, we don't like things extra sweet. So what I did is I bought some coconut. And so I rolled them in that and then did them. Oh, they are absolutely lovely. They really are. Right, I could have swore there was something else. Wow, that's really annoying me. Oh, well, I might be back in a minute. You never know. You never know. So, Okay. Oh, I'd like to say, there is something else. I knew it. In my Etsy shop at the moment, Little Workroom Crafts, I have a sale on 2 of the cross stitch bags. Where did I just put that? Obviously, they're not like this, but they're this style, okay, which has got the zip across, and I'll put a photograph of it somewhere here or here of them. There's 2 of them in the shop, and I've got them on sale for 2 weeks for 15% off. Okay, so I knew there was something else. So yeah, so those 2 are on sale in the Etsy shop at the moment for 15% off. Okay then, that's that. So yeah, I'd like to say a big thank you again to everybody who supported us for the update of the Bigfoot bags. They all went, and yeah, they've all been delivered to their lovely new homes, and yeah, so thank you so much for that. And hopefully this week I will be starting with it, because I've just got to catch up, and I sort of catch up at the moment, as you can understand, with another customer order. I've got 2 more left to do, and then I will be starting with the new fabrics for the for another shop update in another couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I have got another piece of poppy fabric ready for the charity update at the end of the year. So we've got 2 at the moment, and they're completely different again, so which is really good. I tried this year to see if I could get some different ones, and the 2 at the moment are completely different. I reckon if I get 1 more, that should be enough. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Okay then, right, so I am going to love you and leave you all. I will say, please forgive me, and I hope you understand. There will not be a what have you been up to Wednesday this week or next week, because I have appointments for my brother. And as you know, especially here in the UK at the moment, when you get an appointment, you can't say, no, sorry, I can't. You know, you've got to grab them while they come. So, yeah, so I have to, you know, I am the driver of the family, because Glenn and my brother do not drive. I'm the only one that does actually drive with a car. And yeah, so you know, he's got appointments, so I have to take them. So I hope you understand. Please bear with me on this. I have loads, absolutely loads to show you, but it takes more time than doing these, you know what I mean, because I have to, you know, save the pictures and then upload them onto the screen with everyone that I mention and so on. But there's so many, I reckon I've already got 2 episodes already. So yeah, so please bear with me on that, because as I say, as soon as appointments come, we have to take them. So and at the moment they're coming on Wednesdays, so I know. Anyway, right then, I'm definitely going to disappear this time. So please take care, stay safe, and as always, my lovelies, happy crafting. Bye.